My first question is to Rajiv Pratap Rudy tonight. Mr. Rudy, the Anna Hazare protest, the Anna Hazare fast, the Anna Hazare movement, whatever you call it, was totally non-political. But the Baba Ramdev fast has already become political, don't you think?
Well, let's not get into the debate whether it's political or not political. The fact is, what is Baba saying? Baba has said exactly what other people and the other political parties have been saying, and this is not what has been said by the other political parties. Baba is exactly saying what the Prime Minister of this country had said. And the Prime Minister of this country, before he became the Prime Minister for the second time, had promised to the country that he would get back the black money stashed in Swiss bank accounts. Now, Baba has just simply taken a crusade against what? Black money, he says, and against corruption. The very fact that the government has established a group to investigate and find out whether how much black money, a research group of 3, NCER, NIFP and NIPF, simply establishes one fact, that there is a black money which is stashed abroad. The question here arises, Baba stands vindicated because he has been, his assertion has been acknowledged by the government. The intent of the government has not been, the commitment of the Prime Minister has not been kept, and this has compelled the Baba to come forth with the launch of this dharna.
See, there are two movements.
What is the problem if the Baba decides to go ahead with the agitation? Now, one aspect which I would like to say, this government, the Congress government, the fact remains that all these issues, whether it is black money, whether it is corruption, the opposition parties and the combined opposition parties have been raising it. But the Congress government has refused to acknowledge that.
My answer is, you didn't answer my question.
If you refuse to acknowledge that, such space would be taken up by
I'm asking a very direct question.
Thank Baba and we thank Anna Hazare to take up a crusade.
My question is very specific.
Politics, Arnab.
Mr. Rudy.
This is not politics. You are challenging the Congress party, the Manmohan Singh government.
It's not politics.
In the face of all the charges
the RSS, the RSS and the BJP.
Yes.
One second. The RSS and the BJP.
So you expect the RSS and the BJP to say that what Baba is saying is not correct. Baba is what he's saying is what the country is saying. What Anna Hazare is saying is what the country is saying. And exactly what the BJP was saying. If the government doesn't listen to the democratic process, hats off to these organizations who have come forth and have the people's support. There could be a part of a discredit to the opposition parties, but at least there is some credit which is coming out with such movements. And let it happen. Let the country know and let Baba run this crusade to see what the Congress party has to answer. It is not that the BJP is supporting it. A common man on the street is talking about the Baba. So let it be talked. Why is the government scared about it? It's a commitment of the Prime Minister to the country that they would get back the black money stashed in 100 days. Why is the government scared of him? Okay. This is a big question which they have to answer.
Let's get all the voices. Let me now get Kiran Bedi into this. Kiran Bedi, Rajiv Pratap Rudy didn't answer this. But you see, this movement, this phase of the movement is more political than phase 1. Phase 1, Anna Hazare was absolutely non-political. When you were on the stage, political parties and political activists were shooed away, they were sent away. Now political parties are more openly getting involved, giving support, so the contours of part 2 of this debate of this movement is slightly different from part 1. Don't you agree? Kiran Bedi.
Arnab, how can you take away politics out of this? Because one day the Lokpal Bill, the right kind of bill which we're looking for, one day will have to be passed in the parliament. As the Lokayuks will have to be passed in the state assemblies. So the point I'm making is that while we people remain neutral and non-political, but one day this bill will have to be passed by the same elected representatives. All what we're doing is, we are shaking them up. We're giving them, putting them on notice. And saying that if you do not deliver, then that is what we voted you for. And we'll vote you out.
But then I assume...
we voted you out in Tamil Nadu.
Then I assume, I'm just making an assumption. Then I assume that Mr. Rajiv Rudy's party agrees with all the points of contention on which the government is writing to political parties, including Mr. Rudy. I presume you agree with the contention that members of parliament and their activities within parliament should not come under direct scrutiny of the Lokpal Bill. You agree with all the points
You see, the people of this country are disgusted with the politics and politicians of the day. And I have no defense for them whatsoever, whichever political party I belong to. And this has resulted in Anna Hazare, this has resulted in Baba Ramdev.
Okay.
And if we don't have a conscience to argue and debate
no,
one second. Because we have behaved like that. Just a second. We have behaved like that. The trust in the political setup has come down. Having said that, let that material, let all those, Atal Bihari Vajpayee had said that he had no reservations coming under the Lokpal Bill. If the Prime Minister of this country can come under RTI, what is the problem of the Prime Minister coming under the Lokpal Bill? There is something which the government wants to hide. There is something which we want to hide from the people. We have to be transparent. We have to be straightforward.
Contrary perspectives now.
And this is going to go on now.
Yes. This is going to go on now. Very ominous comment coming there from Rajiv Pratap Rudy, coming back to others. Time for contrary perspectives. Suhel, welcome in Kolkata. Vineet Narain, you agree with the methods being adopted?
You know, Arnab, I'm extremely worried about...
Okay, Suhel, go first. Yes, go ahead. Suhel first.
Sorry. I'm extremely worried about what Rajiv Pratap Rudy just said. I mean, it's true that people are disgusted with politics and politicians, but then let's take a call that we don't want democracy anymore, that we will entertain everyone and anyone who threatens to go on a hunger strike, fast-track legislative processes, to hell with parliament, to hell with democratically elected people. I'm fine with that if that's the form of governance all political parties henceforth want to subscribe to. Because I have the following comments to make. Today it's Baba Ramdev, because he has a large following. Tomorrow it's Mohanlal, the actor from the south, who has an equally large following. Day after, it's someone from the east. What are we coming to? You cannot use blackmail as a tool of bringing about social change, because that social change is then top down, it's not bottom up. A. B. The problems with corruption or the problems qua black money are systemic. The people who've actually made all that black money, who've stashed it away in Swiss bank accounts, are being awarded the Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri by successive governments. It is again unfair to blame this government. On the contrary, this government must be lauded. I think a lot of people, including your channel, rightly said, is the government edgy? What did you expect this government to do? To have another recurrence of an Anna Hazare-like situation? I have all the respect for what that movement did or didn't do. But you cannot have a government allowing its capital to be laid on the sea. So Kapil Sibal, but Arnab, the point I'm making is simply logical. Would you, as a responsible citizen who casts his vote, who pays his taxes, want a situation where people you and I are not aligned with ideologically or intellectually hold a government to ransom?
Arnab, now
that to my mind is bizarre.
Yeah, the question here is, however, it occurs to people. Yes, Vineet Narain, just coming to you. Okay, let Vineet Narain please come in first. Yes.
Yeah, so the first point is that just now Justice Hegde said that they support Baba's dharna, and Baba is also saying that he's supporting Anna Hazare. But the fact is that on 27 February they were all together on Ramlila ground. After that, what happened? Why the Anna Hazare dharna ignored Baba completely? My understanding is that both these groups are having personal agenda. They are ego driven. They have no clear vision how to handle the situation. They are estimating the political situation of the country, and they are trying to emotionally, create a pressure. Things are not sorted out in such a manner. I mean, it may sound very, very convincing. It may look very appealing that things will happen overnight, but they don't happen. I mean, I have personally fought against corruption, against most powerful people, and I understand that things don't happen the way these people are taking things so lightly. So my problem with both these groups are that they have, look at Ramdev. He is the spokesperson of his group. He is the person who's the ideologue. He is the person who's leading the movement. One-man army. Even what appears on his television channel, he decides. There is no second line of leadership. What is his ideological framework? What he wants to give to the nation. And another thing I want to say, Arnab,
but that's my point.
All these years, he worked very hard to create anti-corruption atmosphere in the country. But his tone was as if only Congress party is corrupt, and naturally BJP is very happy with his utterances. I mean, 2 days back I was addressing a seminar in Constitution Club, which was largely organized by pro-RSS people. And they said, in 15 days Ramdev will succeed, we will declare this government invalid, and we will have a new constitution. I said, are you talking something sensibly? Do you have an alternative constitution ready? Can you declare this government invalid? Where is the valid leadership available in the country? I want to ask Rajiv, when the Hawala case was being fought, how many BJP MPs demanded honest probe in that case?
True.
Answer, Rajiv.
Now, the very simple question here is, I understand the protagonist of the system would like this system to continue. And that is why we have a constitution which we all respect, that it was amended 110 times so far. We are seeing the system fail us. There is a debate. And what Baba has also said, Baba has also proposed to something, it's a time to debate. Because the systems are falling apart. Even what Suhel says is correct. We need some system to run the country. But when the political system fails, what does one do? And this is why people are losing faith in the political process, that they are depending more on Anna Hazare and Ramdev. And when the Congress party decides to shun the opposition and does not recognize the role of the opposition,
then I'm asking you, Rajiv.
People will
Tonight responsibly.
But Rajiv,
1 minute.
As a responsible opposition, Rajiv, which I'm sure and I know the BJP is, I'm saying as a citizen of India, why are you allowing your rights, your title, your interests to be abrogated by any group, whether it is Baba Ramdev, Anna Hazare, whoever? See, it's not about Baba Ramdev or Anna Hazare. With forms of governance, let's contest.
Yes,
what
Rajiv.
is governed best is best is not an answer.
Can I come back on this? If someone is responsible for this, it is the Congress party. If it is the Congress party which has created a situation where the voice of the opposition in this country has been shunned, resulting in the intervention of the Supreme Court, resulting in the intervention of activists across the country. It is the doing of the Congress, and Congress is facing the dust because of its own action. And we are all very happy that if the opposition voice is not heard in Parliament, outside Parliament,
then give me a guarantee tonight.
The Congress is
1 second.
the dust.
Rajiv, then give me a guarantee tonight.
And we are all very happy. We will stand
1 minute. Rajiv.
If we fail as an opposition,
Rajiv.
Anna will take over.
Rajiv.
Baba will take over. Because the Congress has chosen to take this path.
I just want to be absolutely sure, Rajiv,